toys like these, and it transforms.
So I've been in this business my whole life. Since I was a child, I was at flea markets and yard sales and antique shows and had other stores. This particular store opened November 22nd of this year. This is a collective of vendors, and each room has a different vendor, and there's 16 vendors in here right now.
My kids like to call me a hoarder, but I don't know, I just held on to all these things, and I go shopping. I've shopped for lots of them and just held on to them for years and years and years. So I take new beads and I take vintage necklaces and bracelets and I take them apart, and then I put them all together and make new stuff.
I run the Funky Flea Market as well, which is a different type of business than this. This is very curated, the flea market anybody can set up. Vintage has really taken off in the past few years, so there's been an upsurge of people opening vintage stores because there's a demand for it. One of the differences between an antique store and a vintage shop, antiques in Canada, technically 60 years old. Collectibles, they could be not so old, but vintage, I believe the definition these days is 20 years old. A little tip for wannabe vintage people. When you're buying and selling antiques, vintage, whatever, you make half your money when you buy. And people don't realize that. You make half your money when you buy, because if you do not buy it at the right price, then you can't sell it. I just got this in now. It looks pretty ragged, but a girl came in here the other day, and she was cleaning out her father's closet. And she remembers wearing this in the 70s, right? I love the sign, 5 cents a dance. I don't think anybody's ever paid me for a dance, but we just all kind of work together in the business and make it fun.